Hello guys, today we're going to go over supplements. Now, supplements are a great way to reach the competitive edge in bodybuilding, and I highly recommend them to anyone. No matter where you are on your fitness journey, you can always make use of supplements, even if you're just a beginner and you haven't even started physical training. Firstly, we're going to start with the holy grail, golden standard of bodybuilding. Whey protein. Whey protein of any sort, whether it's a mass builder or an isolate or a concentrate, it doesn't have to get too complicated. What you're looking for is the protein grams per serving, as well as the calories and the carbs. Now, it is important that you get your requirements for protein, as it is the foundation for recovery, muscle building, and strength. Now, how do we get an accurate idea of how much protein it is that we need as an individual? The golden standard on the internet and through research, what I've found, tends to be around 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per lean muscle tissue. So how do we work that out? Well, let's say that we're 200 pounds and that we're 20% body fat. That means that we're 160 pounds of lean muscle mass. Now, if we have 1 gram of protein per lean pound of muscle mass, that is 160 grams, let's say to 180 grams of protein required throughout the day. It is possible to get all that protein in through strict eating, but I highly recommend using whey protein as a supplement just to give you that extra edge in case you are lacking protein. Alright, it's caffeine. Now, caffeine is quite an obvious one. Not only does it help with performance, but it also helps with burning fat oxidation. Therefore, I highly recommend caffeine as a supplement, because when it does help with performance, you may be able to move a little bit more weight or do a few more sets, meaning that you'll be able to give the muscle greater stimulus and therefore experience fat loss as well as muscle growth. Alright, now this last one I feel like I need to be a bit quiet about. This supplement is overall a game changer to anyone who's wanting to do the gym. It's incredibly cheap. It's been studied for over 100 years. It helps with fatigue, muscle volume, muscle performance, and it helps with recovery. Now, what is it that I'm talking about? Well, it's this little white powder known as creatine. Creatine is by far the cleanest, most cost-effective, and advantageous supplements there are. The only downside I've found to taking creatine was around the end of my loading phase. I found myself needing to drink ridiculous amounts of water as well as peeing all the time. So your water intake is most likely going to increase by 50 to 100% when on creatine. Now, what is a loading phase? So a loading phase is your first week of taking creatine. You're going to be taking around 3 to 4 teaspoons a day for the first week. After that, you have your maintenance phase. And the maintenance phase is simple. 1 teaspoon a day after food, or as long as you want. The longest study I believe that was performed on someone on creatine was they were able to do a creatine cycle for 2 years. That's the longest study we've seen so far. There is quite a high likelihood that you could stay on creatine indefinitely for the rest of your life. So, 10 out of 10 supplement. I would say creatine is as important as whey. If whey was the same price as creatine, we would live in a utopian society. So whey is like almost 10 times the price as creatine. I do highly recommend both, as well as caffeine. Caffeine's easy to come by. Pretty much anyone has some sort of coffee, kettle, at home. But now we're going to just cover some of the unnecessary or maybe extra supplements that aren't requirements, but they do help. Alright, so the first one we're going to go over, it technically is the same as the first one we spoke about, which is caffeine, and that's going to be pre-workout. Now, pre-workout isn't only caffeine, it also contains amino acids that are beneficial for muscle building and recovery, such as beta-alanine. This is the amino acid that makes your skin itch when you're on creatine. When you're on pre-workout, sorry. But I do just want to mention that sometimes it is, you might feel like you need an extra boost, as pre-workout contains generally 300 milligrams of caffeine, which is quite a ridiculous amount. So if you're someone who is maybe a power lifter, or you find that there are days where you just need that extra kick, I highly recommend using pre-workout, but it is not necessary for every workout you do. Sometimes I take half the recommended serving, or I just stick to a black coffee. Water. One of the most important things ever, but not just water, also electrolytes. I highly recommend trying salt and lemon in your water. That's the most easy to come by electrolytes. If you're unable to, try getting maybe a pack of a calcium and zinc or a potassium blend. Those are also some very important electrolytes. These will help with cramping, these will help with recovery, and overall you may feel like you're more able to perform in the gym. You might feel less foggy, more focused, and clear-headed. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope that this video helped you. I'm gonna leave a list of the supplements in the comment section so you guys can check out the list again, describing each benefit and how I recommend taking it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope this video serves you.